So we just put up the American flag. This is something we do at 8 o'clock every morning. We took it down at sunset last night. And that's sort of just part of like seafaring tradition.
On that post clutch and crank on that main preventer, please. The Geronimo program actually started in, I believe in 1973. There was a boat that was donated to the school and the board decided to take it on without really a plan. And then that boat turned out it wasn't really the best fit for the school, but about a year later, Stevie Kinnett, who was hired to run that original boat, found Geronimo at the Newport shipyard, right down the street from school. And the school contacted the owner, and the owner donated the boat to the school, and then the program was born pretty quickly. And at the time, it was really one of the first experiential education programs before the word experiential education even existed. And the school's been committed to it for 50 years. So that first boat sailed with the program from 1974 to 1998, and then the current Geronimo that we're standing on right now, she was purpose-built for the school in 1998 and has carried the program since. Lauren, can you make this off and hang it? You know how to make this off on a cleat, the downhaul? Once it gets tight, crank it.
Hi, I'm Lauren and I'm from San Francisco.
My name is Phoebe and I'm from New York City. And we're gonna show you guys the boat that we've been living on for the past few days. So currently we're on the bow of the boat, and this is where we jump off the boat in the afternoons. And then this is also where we set our sails when we're ready to sail each day. So when we're getting ready to sail, we all line up to haul up the mainsail, which is right here. And then once we start going, we make our way to the back of the boat to get everything set. And then while we're sailing, we sit in the cockpit.
Yeah. So this is the cockpit. This is where we have all our meals together every day. And if we're on watch, we usually just all hang out here together. Okay, so this is the helm. This is where, when you're on watch, you steer the boat. You stand up right there and help guide the boat to where we're trying to go.
Yeah, and it's really fun. Each of us gets a chance to steer, which is great. And then most days we get to go to land and explore, and we'll use our small tender that we keep off the back here, and we'll use it to bring it to different beaches or towns and to walk around.
I really liked when we went snorkeling 2 days ago. We saw a bunch of turtles swimming around. We got to swim right next to them. So I'd say that was one of my favorite moments.
I think my favorite place was also 2 days ago. We got to spend some time on a Caribbean beach, which was very nice, and just take some time for ourselves to paddleboard and snorkel.
No, I've never been to the Caribbean before.
I've also never been to the Caribbean.
So guys, we're gonna tack again here in a second. The person easing the sheet, you're gonna ease it as quick as you can under control. The people hauling on the sheet, you don't wanna have any tension on it until the back corner of the sail, the clew, has crossed the inner forestay up there, which is the big wire that the sail is getting hung up on. Does that make sense? No need to coil that right now because you're about to be ready. I know. See what you're doing, bud?
Hi, I'm Tanner Michelson from Newport, Rhode Island, and this is the Geronimo Tour. This is the salon. This is where we do like homework, play cards, hang out, eat meals. It's a nice area. This is the galley, also known as the kitchen, where we prepare meals, and we as students cook meals. We have some leftover waffles from breakfast. The engine room is over here, and then this is where the captain's sleeping quarters are. This is kind of where we monitor the sailing. We have some screens, some technology. You can see the voltage, the boat speed, the trajectory, some maps and charts and stuff. So this is kind of like the vessel area. All right, this is the bunk room. This is where 6 crew members sleep. We have some beds here, cabinets for clothes, all that stuff, books to store, a lot of storage space. And then this is the bunk room in here where we have 3 more beds plus a bathroom. So a lot of space. We can sleep 9 people in here. So to be a good shipmate is to put the crew in the boat first. We have a saying that Geronimo is the first priority, and then your crew members, and then you. Yeah, we've all gotten a lot closer. 12 people in tight quarters, you kind of bound to get close. But we do homework together, play cards, good times. I wouldn't say it's super hard to do homework and study. Obviously, you're in the Caribbean, you don't really want to do homework, but I have a lot of friends and crew members who are in the same class as me. So we're able to work on it together and kind of learn together.
When the school designed and built the current Geronimo that I'm sitting on right now, they wanted to build a platform that was really designed for experiential education and giving our students this really unique experience on board, where they're learning how to sail, they're engaged in marine science research, and living together as a community and covering great distances across the sea. That was the goal. And so Geronimo can sail anywhere in the world. That's a pretty unique quality for a sailing school vessel, and I feel really lucky to be a part of it.
This is something really unique that St. George's does.
Everyone has a chore every morning. You could either do the heads, soles like the floors, you have a cook, someone who sets up the table, someone who does the flag. There's a bunch of stuff to do in the morning. When
we're sailing, you could be at the helm, you could be on either the jib sheet, the port or starboard jib sheets, and you could be in the rear helping with some of the lines back there.
Why I chose to do Geronimo was I've grown up sailing my whole life, but never really had an experience on big boats or sailing for multiple days. So I was excited to get out here and sail in the Caribbean.
I have sailing experience from when I was a young kid, way back in the day, but it's been a little while.
So I sailed all the way up through up until high school. Sailing a smaller boat by yourself compared to sailing this boat that takes 12 people to run is definitely a much different experience, but I've learned a lot so far in the past week.
You definitely don't need sailing experience to come on the boat. They teach you from day one how to work everything yourself. The crew really helps, but they also let us sail on our own a lot. Like, we'll have to tack on our own and know where to go and what to do. So that's been really cool and something that I've never done before.
Pack more than you think.
Bring definitely a lot of underwear. Sunscreen is definitely necessary.
Oh, and don't forget sunglasses.
Definitely some books to read. Don't forget your schoolwork. That's important.
When we're in this sort of space together, we all sort of bond and we work together, and it creates a really nice, tight-knit environment.
I feel like it's really taught me about teamwork and working together. And when you have to tack or jibe, you need a friend or a helping hand. So really looking out for each other. So yeah, I've learned a lot.
What we really hope that students gain when they come on board is to really develop their sense of teamwork and leadership skills, develop confidence, self-reliance, and hopefully have a better sense of themselves.
So if you're thinking about doing this, I would say if you're even considering it, apply. It's an amazing experience, even if you're terrible at sailing and you don't know what to do or if you've never sailed before.
I think if someone's contemplating doing this experience, I think it's such a unique and amazing experience that you can't pass up, and that you're never really going to get another opportunity like this, so definitely go for it.
I would say definitely apply. This has been a really great experience.
When I look out to the next 50 years of the Geronimo program, I think this school will continue to deliver this really unique program to our students, making connections to the places we visit and the marine environment, and trying to build on the legacy that started back in 1974.
Happy
Happy 50th drum, oh.